2. Hello there, Ron Callis with One Firefly here for another episode of Automation Unplugged. This is episode 101. We have broke the century mark. And if you have not already, certainly tune in to show 100. We did a little bit of celebrating. And we're going to keep trucking here. We're going to keep producing content that you guys are appreciating and valuing with guests that are fun and interesting. And today is no different. That said, today is Wednesday, March 4th. It is just a little bit after 12:30 p.m. And I am going to jump over to Facebook as I always do, just to make sure that we are live and streaming. And it does appear that technology is behaving. So if you're out there watching and listening, don't forget to say hi, give us a like, give us a share. And in fact, if you want to drop into the comments, tell us where you're coming to us from. And that's always fun. All right, we're going to go ahead and jump into our guests. And we did this just a few shows ago. We had more than one guest on at the same time. And my lovely guests saw that and they said, Ron, we're a husband and wife team. Can we come on both at the same time? And I said, absolutely. So I'm super excited to bring you for show number 101. We have Alexa and Angel from SDI, and that stands for Systems Design and Integration out of Boston. And let's go ahead and bring them into the feed here. So give me 1 second. All right. Hey, guys.
Hey, Ron.
Hello, Ron.
Thank you for joining me today. And look at this, the three of us. It looks like so far technology is behaving.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, my pleasure. My pleasure. And so I actually, just before we went live, Angel was telling me the story of his first impression with One Firefly. So just what was that? It's not good, by the way. So what was that that statement you said in terms of when you met us?
So Alexa sent me, told me she couldn't go to CEDIA Dallas. I don't know why. And she told me, hey, please make sure you stop by One Firefly. You know, we want to get our website redone. So please stop by One Firefly. I stopped by the booth with no appointment. The wonderful staff received me, but the internet was down.
All right, so we'll just blame the CEDIA trade show floor, or
yeah,
that's what it was.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
We stuck around though.
You did stick. I want to say you even bought a website.
Yeah, we did get a website.
That's funny. That's great. Well, I appreciate that. So, our audience, by the way, they're already starting to jump in here. We got Chris coming to us from the UK. He says, "Hey, Ron, what's up, Chris? Thanks for joining us." And he put his British flag up there. Chris, is it the UK or is it Great Britain? Which one is it? What's the difference? So why don't you educate this American audience in the comments? Please tell us what the difference is. We have Wes. Wes says, welcome, Alexa and Angel.
Thank you.
All right. So Alexa, I'm going to start with you.
Okay.
And I always like to just get a little bit of background kind of on how you landed in this industry. And I just saw I froze there for a second. Did you catch the audio?
I did, yes.
Okay. So how you landed in this industry and kind of what your background looks like. And then I'm going to do the same with Angel.
Okay. So I you know, my job was to go to school. So I went to Northeastern University. I was going for my undergrad degree, while Angel, he already he started.
What did you decide to study in school?
Finance.
Finance. Okay.
Yes. So while I was studying, Angel was already rolling the company. He was just doing simple things like TV installations and surround sound systems. And I went to school, and then I went to some more school, and then some more, and then I went to get my master's.
What did you do your master's in?
Taxation.
In taxation. And
Yes.
you guys were married while you were doing this schooling?
Correct.
Okay. Wow.
With little kids.
with little kids. So you had
Yes.
tons of free time between
Oh
all the
yeah.
Oh
studying and
yeah,
being
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
With the degree in taxation, what was with a master's degree in taxation? What was your goal? Did you
So
want to be a CPA or
I
something like
did.
that?
That was
Okay.
exactly my goal, and I worked for a CPA firm. While working for a CPA firm, just working with numbers like day in and day out, it was just so boring. So I would call Angel at lunchtime, and he remembers this. And I was like, Angel, please, can I come work with you? He says, it's not the time yet. The business hasn't like got off the foot yet. So I
I'm
still
betting he
needed
was appreciating that paycheck that you were able to bring into the house.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
well,
that
Can I
was,
get an
yeah,
amen, Angel?
yeah, for sure.
that was
Yeah,
very
that
needed. So I
was
would call
that
him
was
up.
actually one of our finance strategies. We used to
Yeah.
live out of her paychecks,
Uh-huh.
and then anything that I would make, we saved it, and that's how we bought our first home.
Yeah. When I launched One Firefly, or the Firefly Design Group, the predecessor, in '07, my wife worked at a bank, and I can tell you we relied on her health insurance and her paycheck to help make ends meet as we were getting that business off the ground. So
Yeah.
I totally relate.
I remember Angel's paycheck. I also used to grab like whatever he used to make installing TVs and sound systems. I used to grab that payment and I would apply it to my tuition payments, and that's like how I paid for college as well.
Wow. Now, how did you, just to stay on how you connected into the custom integration space? So Angel was doing integration, and I'm going to get that backstory from you, Angel, in just a second. When did you decide to ultimately go from working in that CPA firm to joining the business?
So that was about 3, 4 years ago. It
Okay.
just felt like it was time. Angel really had a lot of work going on. He needed the help, and he was either going to have to hire someone or bring his wife. So he chose me.
He chose me. That's awesome. Awesome. Thank you for that. And then Angel, what's your backstory? How'd you get into hanging TVs and growing it into what it is now?
So I did a little bit of car audio back in 2004, which I guess a lot of integrators used to do car audio in 2000, back in the early
My
2000s.
interview last week was Lee Travis, and that's what he was saying. He got his start in car audio.
Right. And then I realized that there was no money in car audio. So I used to go to Circuit City a lot, and Sounds Good and Twitter and things like that. And I used to just always love being in that store. At this time, I was living in Orlando, and I just went for the big dogs, man. I sent my resume to the largest integrator in the Orlando area, and they took me for an interview and they accepted me. It was, to be honest with you, one of the happiest days.
Do you
And it's
remember the name? I'm assuming you do. Do you mind sharing who that was?
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It's Crown Audio. They're in
Crown
Orlando.
Audio.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Neil and Whale.
Sure.
They're great guys. They really run a tight ship. They really know how to do high end. And to be honest with you, that was one of the companies that we follow, and we follow them on Instagram, we follow them on Facebook, and that's how we take a lot of their the inspirations of things, how they do things, and we just kind of apply it to our own business. Great company.
That's a great
Uh,
shout out to Crown in
yeah.
Orlando.
Oh yeah.
We'll have to tag them in the comments. Maybe they'll watch or listen.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, yeah.
That's all. And so, how did you go from being an employee over at
Yeah.
Crown
Yeah.
to starting your own gig?
Yeah, so then Alexa wanted to go to. I'm originally from Boston. I was living in Orlando with Alexa, and then all of a sudden she decided that she wanted to go to Northeastern University, and then happened to be in Boston. So we moved up here. I worked for a small company, just doing installations and things like that. At the time, my supervisor, shout out to Tony, which I'm pretty sure he's going to be watching this.
Yep.
My supervisor, the company was closing down, so I decided to leave. And then 3 weeks after, he got laid off. And I told him, come and work for me. I don't know how we're going to get paid. I really don't know anything. I mean, being honest, we were doing it out of the back of our car for a couple of months. And then he came to work for us. He's still working with us up to this day. And You know, just a lot of a lot of posting, a lot of ads, and which I'll let Alexa fill you in on that, and a lot of referrals. And that's kind of how we built the business. Just doing installations on Sundays, Saturdays, when all the other businesses were closed. Uh, Taking care of clients that will come home at 6 p.m. and they couldn't be all day to wait for an installer. I was doing that installation at 7 p.m. So things
So
like that.
what is today for SDI? You're in Boston. Are you mostly serving the Boston market? And what are your typical projects? What do you guys call your normal or ideal types of jobs?
Um, well, or normal size job will probably be. We don't really do TV installations or anything like that. There's no profit in that. But if it's a combination of like TV installation with home automation and surround sound, that's our typical job. Our typical job will probably be a surround sound in the family room, 6 rooms of audio with TVs, outdoor network, a lot of lighting. Am I missing something, Alexa?
So, so like you said about TV installations, is that once you have a team in a house all week, right? They have such strengths um, in different areas to cover, like a large home, for instance, or a medium-sized home. We can't really pull them out, right, to do TV installations. We have family and friends and good clients still ask us to do those, and we do those with no problem. And
Sure.
most of the clients we service, they are in the Boston area. We do a lot of work in the Cape Cod, and now with Dave on board, he has clients in St. Kitts. He has clients in Florida, in Poland. So it's definitely it's a big broad of location now.
So you brought Dave up. So let's talk about that. So you guys just recently merged with this other integration firm, audioDave, of which the founder, Dave, what's Dave's last name?
Nakayama.
Dave Nakayama. Mm-hmm. And I again, before we went live, you brought me up to speed that your vendors actually connected you guys.
Yes.
And Dave was looking for kind of a change in his day to day, and your vendors thought of you guys when they partnered you up. So what does that look like? You know, I always love to dive into mergers or acquisitions as it relates to integrators, because I want our audience to know what's possible. And tell us how did that work for you guys?
So with audioDave, we will always see them at the Savant Summit.
Were they a competitor? Would you call them?
Yeah. They're a competitor. They're down the street from us.
But
they've been in business. What's that?
But we never never saw that we competed.
They were a competitor, right? And that they were in your market.
Yeah.
You weren't actively going bid to bid against them often.
Correct.
Yeah, I think if somebody asked Dave at the time if he should pick us, if the customer should pick us or audioDave, he would probably go audioDave. So he was definitely our competition.
That's a good point.
He would have sold us.
I'd rather give me the money rather than them. So
yeah.
Okay, I see.
So I will always see them at the Savant Summit. They're super nice guys. Like really, really down to earth. The kind of people that you just, go to dinner and probably stay there for like 4 hours. You know what I mean? Just talking about the passion and things like that we have for this industry. And one of the vendor, I threw a little hint to a vendor that I was looking for a salesperson and also some installers. 3 weeks passed, and then we found out that that audioDave was looking to merge with somebody. There was a lot of integrators that were interested, to large integrators.
Dave brings a pretty good book of business to the.
Yeah, he has a great book of business. Yeah, it's actually, he's been in business for 12 years. His book of business is 38 years because somebody that retired passed it down to him. So this is already third generation book of business. And then a lot of businesses wanted to merge with him. He didn't feel right because he just didn't like the people. We had a couple of sit downs. 6 hours, 8 hours, just talking about
getting to know you sessions.
Yeah. And
I called it the Home Depot Lowe's merger.
The Home
Yeah,
Depot
she
was
does. Yeah, she did. And then what ended up happening is, I mean, it's just a group of people that want to be successful, and it's one of the great merger between two great companies that have the same values, same passion, same care for customers.
Great staff, very resourceful. We're so much stronger now than we used to be.
Yeah.
When did the merger become, complete or done, or what's the timing look like on it?
So we finalized it last year, but it became final in January of this year.
Okay. That is, well, congratulations.
Thank you
That's
so
very
much.
cool. And it sounds
Yeah.
like you guys are going to have some more work to do now that
Yes.
you gained a salesman on the street. So that's,
Oh yeah, we thought, at
No,
the beginning.
we didn't gain a salesperson. We gained a rock star.
you gained a rock star salesperson. All
Yeah,
right,
we
Dave,
did.
that's one hell of a
We
shout
did.
out.
And then we decided to. The funny part about mergers, anybody that wants to merge, my advice is, it sounds all nice and pretty until somebody has to do the work. All of a sudden, you know what I mean? Like it's like, boom. Okay, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like, what's
Yeah.
your plan? You need to have a backup plan. What is, because you have a multi-million-dollar company join another multi-million-dollar company, and the two of them together, now is just, it's crazy. I was not prepared for that, to be honest.
Did you end up did you have counsel and he had counsel and it was legal teams also involved in the negotiations, or without getting into too much of the detail, did you guys verbally agree on the deal and then hand it to the lawyers to write down?
Sort
We
of,
did,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. I know that when I gained a business partner in 2011, Federico and I talked through everything. We agreed on it. And then we simply brought the lawyers in. All right, make this happen. As
happen.
opposed to paying them hourly rates to listen to us,
Right,
learn about
right.
each other. So
We also, I wanted to mention, we also got two of their staff. We have an amazing programmer that came from audioDave. His name is Frank. And then we also, right now, we're going to have a warehouse manager named Kyle. So that should be coming. Kyle should be coming soon. audioDave right now is still sort of open until June. They're just kind of selling all their inventory and stuff like that. So selling all their desk, all the demos and stuff like that.
There's a transition plan in place.
Correct. Yeah.
Now I want to address maybe what's on many people's minds, and that is you guys are a husband and wife team.
Yeah.
And you are working in the same business at the same time, and you both look happy. So how are you accomplishing that? And so maybe Alexa, I'll start with you. How do you think about working with your husband? And it sounds like you both clearly have different roles in the business.
Yep.
And how do you make that work? And you also have three children. And so you guys, I imagine, have very full days.
We do. One thing I wanted to include is that not only do we work together, we drive sometimes together in the same car.
I want your autograph next time I see you guys.
We get along very well. Most of the time it's business hat on, so we have to talk a lot together, and I kind of have to be close to him because I need information. And I don't know if it would be so successful if he wasn't so close to me. If I had to make phone calls and get information, if I wouldn't get the information so quick, I don't know if it would be the same.
So it helps you do your job even
Correct.
better because of the proximity,
Correct. There is some flaws, there, of course, like any other married couple. Angel hates when I talk on the speakerphone and while we're driving or
All right. So, and Alexa was staying with you. What is your role within the business? I'm assuming you manage the money, but I'm guessing. So you tell us in the audience, what is your responsibilities within SDI?
My role?
Yeah.
Yeah. So my role is, it's funny. Before I used to just wanted to do accounting. My role has transitioned into a complete different role. I actually help Angel design systems now. I go to the
wow.
consultations. I make sure I review the proposals, and I'm the one that kind of like lets them out because there's some things that I can pick up. I help design networks now. I'm really good at that, and I can design a whole house. I'm very proud of that. So like
Yeah, that's amazing. That's awesome. So you love all aspects of the business.
I do.
And do you guys have formal titles? Like, is there a president? Is there a CEO? Is there?
I don't know. Hold on. Let's
Uh-oh.
see.
You got a business card? Uh-oh. There
Yeah, I
might be a
do.
title on that business card.
It says owner.
So you're both owners.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. I love it. I love it. All right. And then Angel, I'm going to ask you your perspective. How is it working with your spouse in the business, and how do you guys make that work so well?
Ron, you're putting me on the hot seat, Ron.
Oh, well, yeah, I totally am. And she is watching and listening. So it better be good.
No, working with my wife is interesting. It's actually great. We have a great relationship. We've been together for a long time, and we have a passion for this business. One of our trade secrets is that we drive together, and to some people that might be weird and they need their space. If she needs her space, she can just drive her car to work. But we notice that we're more efficient. Also, when we go to consults, is better to have a woman there, because you see, if I say, hey, you should do a 65-inch TV, you know what I mean? I might come out as a strong salesperson, pushy. Versus if she did it, it just comes as like, oh, she's a sweetheart. She really cares.
Oh,
Or-
interesting. So the customer will actually receive a message, even if it's the same message. Your experience is the audience will receive that differently.
Correct.
If a female is delivering it versus a male.
And I do that out of experience, like from my own house. For instance, like it helps out with different aspects. Like if a client needs lighting control and they're like, well, do we really need it? I put my own experience using lighting control in my house, having kids, and it's just a different perspective, and we sell out of our own personal experiences.
Yeah.
Not because we have to sell something.
And then to go back to real quick on the marriage part, we have something in our marriage which is kind of like our secret weapon. It's called TWD.
TWD?
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
All right.
If things are not going well, and we're getting into an argument or anything like that, you did this, I did that, I forgot to order this, typical audio video drama every day that I'm sure every other business owner has. We have something called TWD, which is total world destruction, we call it. And what that is just pretty much whatever argument it is, it needs to stop now because we're going to lose money.
We'll lose money.
Oh, look at
we'll
that.
stop talking about clients. We'll stop talking about proposals. And then if we stop talking about it, we lose money. Like
So
things
it's
are
a
not-
pause button that you both
Yeah.
agree to
Yeah.
if there's a heated debate.
Correct.
It's more of a red button.
I'm envisioning a red pause button.
Yeah.
And you don't call it pause, you call it TWD.
Yeah. So that's our secret.
No, that's beautiful. I was just listening. I listened to a podcast called "How They Built That." I'll verify here that that's the exact name, but it's about entrepreneurship. And there was recently a husband and wife team, and they were interviewing the wife, who's the CEO, and in that business, the husband and wife are both running the business. And the interviewer asked them this question, and their answer was, regardless of how heated the argument is, or what the topic is, or where they are at, they will, this sounds so crazy, they will both stop, they will call it out, they will lay on the ground, they will hold hands, turn the lights off, and they will talk through it.
Oh,
Wow.
And they said that it's like you can't do that and not help but just break into a barrel of laughs, which usually breaks the ice over any argument. And
That's true.
I can see that.
so you guys, there you go. You have my authorization. Try that out and tell me how that goes. Although it sounds like maybe you guys don't need that.
Turn on.
Sure.
To be going back to the husband and wife, to emphasize a little bit more on that. I truly couldn't run the business without her. I'm being honest with you. It's I'm very good at sales. I'm very good at designing things and stuff like that. But she puts these touches into the proposals that really take it over the top, and we got a lot of feedback from customers like that, about things like that. And I'm happy that she works, that I work for her.
There you go. You've been ordained CEO, Alexa. You heard it here first, audience.
Love having you, Angel.
That's beautiful. Well, I want to now talk to you guys. Like, I'm looking in the background here, and I see this word over Angel's head. It says Design Studio, and I know from my show notes that you guys are in a new. Let me just read this correctly. You're in a new 6,500 square foot showroom.
Yep.
So, Alexa, can you tell us where are you guys and what? Tell us about the new show space.
Yeah. So we're in Needham, Massachusetts, and we're inside Newton Kitchen Design. It's a beautiful kitchen showroom. We went inside the showroom to incorporate technology everywhere. Instead of opening the showroom all by ourselves, we met a beautiful couple who's also husband and wife team, and they run a kitchen design center. And we just brainstormed, and it was just a perfect fit to come together and incorporate technology into kitchen. As you have wives looking at kitchen or vice versa, and then the other couple usually, the other spouse usually wants audio. So it was like a perfect fit. We have a beautiful space. If you want, we'll give you a tour.
What? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Audience,
Yeah.
you guys want a tour?
You guys want a tour?
Give us a comment, and I'm going to graciously accept that offer. I'm also going to just put up on the screen here real quick. Jesse Silva says, "Powerful duo you've got there on the show, Ron." That is so accurate, Jesse. And thanks for watching and listening, Jesse.
All right.
All right. So I'm gonna put you on solo. So actually, let me just try to get my screen going here. So I'm gonna come down here, and there we go. So the audience will see what you are showing us. All right. What are we looking at here, Angel?
What are we looking at, Angel?
What you're looking at right now is Leon lift art. We love that. Customers love it. It is a true one-of-a-kind piece. You can get any piece of art you want on that, and it's just part of our showroom. It's really a talking piece.
Now,
and then we have
what's over here? It's like you have a 2-channel setup on the left.
Correct. Yeah, we have our demo over here. We do a little bit of a different kind of demo with a little bit more style, and we usually cater the clients with some beverages. We make them feel comfortable, and then we have some McIntosh. We have some Bowers & Wilkins Diamond speakers and some Sun.
By the way, Alexa and Angel, you guys know are officially the first tour on Automation Unplugged. So this is
awesome.
This is the first time we've done this on the show, but you guys are being great sports. So again, we all appreciate the offer for the tour.
That's awesome.
And then we also have Bowers & Wilkins helped us with some lettering for our space. And we call the Experience Center. And then, come on.
Let's see it. Yeah.
We have a little bit of a crazy setup over here for the video for you. But,
oh, so that's where you're stationed and recording from, right there.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. It's like you have a surround setup in here.
Yeah, we do. And then we did something very unique, being in a kitchen space or business partners in the showroom. They have these crazy ideas. So we niche and plaster the whole room. This is actually really, really shiny.
Oh, wow.
It's a hard surface. It's not great for audio, but over here it was more about the great looks. We had to
the visual appeal for sure.
Visual appeal, and then over here we have our clients can choose from shade materials, lighting keypads.
Is that a Lutron? Is that Palladium? I'm seeing.
Correct. Yeah, on the bottom.
Okay.
And then we have a little bit of Savant on the top.
little bit of Savant on the top.
And then we have circadian rhythm LED DMX lights, and they change full colors. We have a little bit of a landscape setup on the bottom where customers can hear coastal source and look at landscape lights. And then we have the different keypads and thermostats that Savant offers.
Oh, that's cool. So
Yeah.
you really can, and all of those devices are functionally operating that space.
Correct. Yep. Any client can come in, touch everything, touch, feel, and again, this wall was going to be white, but obviously our business partner was like, we don't do regular, so they padded the whole wall with material. And then that's just a talking piece for customers. Customers really come in here and they really love the experience and what it's all about and how it feels in here.
That is awesome. That is
Yeah.
very cool.
So the approach that we did when we were doing our showroom was we wanted to be designer oriented. We didn't want it to be just a bunch of speakers everywhere and a bunch of remotes and things like that. We wanted the client to envision themselves living here or how things would look. And that's the reason we partner up with companies like Leon. Leon's really helpful. We have two of their pieces, the lift art that you saw, and then we have the sound tile, which is a speaker.
Oh, can we see that? Can you
Yeah.
show us the sound tile? My wife actually loves that thing. We have a wall. We might be putting one of those on.
This is Andy.
There you go, Andy Warhol. Okay, cool. And that's a banging speaker.
Correct. Yeah. So that's a speaker behind me.
That's cool. How are people responding when you're showing them that way to incorporate a speaker into their home?
Wow. Everybody's always amazed.
No one knew this stuff like this exists until you show them.
Yeah. No, I have a Leon Denza in my living room, and I love it. It's a beautiful blend of interior design and performance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
that's cool. All right. Well, is there
back.
more you want to show, or do we want to go back to our
No,
stations?
I think that's it. We'll go back.
Awesome. Alexa, you guys are awesome sports. Walking us around so that we could see this beautiful space. While I'm waiting for you guys to get settled, I'm going to put a comment there. Let me come back over here. And then we will, there you are. Look, the three of us are back.
Yeah.
And we have a comment here. Arlicio. You guys are the best ever. So assuming you know Alicio. That's cool. So what has the response been? How have I'm going to say either your customers and or the way you've been interacting with design trade folks, designers, interior designers, architects, builders, how have they responded to the new space?
I think it has been very positive. We've had really good relationships through the years with architects and builders. We just weren't able to show them all the capacity that is possible. You know, they know about the in-ceiling speakers and the TVs. Okay, what else? So now we're able to show them how everything comes together and how you have an experience. You know, all these products, they make up an experience. And now to be able to show the architects and designers and builders how their clients can live in a space and incorporate cool things, it's phenomenal. So it's been a really positive experience for us overall.
Angel, for you on the frontline sales standpoint, what are you seeing any change in your close rates? Are you seeing you're on? Oh, wait a second. I muted you. So let me actually turn your audio back on. There you go.
All right. Yeah, it's been amazing. Having the showroom has really helped us a lot. When we, like I was mentioning before, when we decided to open the showroom, we were very big into, we just didn't want a bunch of speakers everywhere. And there's nothing wrong with, your traditional way of selling. If you can do that, more power to you. But we wanted to show things that you normally will only see at CEDIA, things that you will see at the trade show. We wanted people to touch and feel. So definitely being able to show a customer the tour, what we call the tour from the beginning of the showroom, to the back of the showroom, and just kind of we have a kitchen set up, a working kitchen with audio in a Sierra countertop TV, like the Hydra TV. In having people envision themselves being in here, I mean, it's truly a game changer for us as a company. We're very passionate about the tour and making sure everybody has a good time when they come here. So definitely, it's been a positive one having the showroom.
Awesome. I want to jump through, and I'm mindful of time here, and so I have a couple more things I want to go through with you guys, if that's okay.
Yeah.
I was with you in Vegas just last month at the, when was it? Was it January or February?
January.
Yeah, time all blends together. It was January in Vegas for the Savant Summit. And you guys, I want to say you were on stage, or you won the through and through award from Savant. And can you, what is that award? What does that mean? And what did it mean to you guys to win that? Maybe Angel, we'll start with you.
So the Savant through and through. So this year we won the Advisory Council Award. Last year
it was last
we won
year.
the
Okay.
through. Yeah, the through and through award. And for us, I mean, we were not expecting it. We were told to be there. Through and through, it's an award that is given to one company out of 750 companies. They only give one a year, and what that means is that you understand Savant's vision. You participate in everything that they do. From shades, lighting, remotes, video, audio, and you are what the company expects in an integrator. And in form of advertisement, in form how you handle business, your business, and all these things compiled together. So we won. It was I didn't think we would ever win that award, but it was really shocking, surprising. Yeah.
Where do you keep that award? Is there a trophy or a plaque?
Yeah. It's
is it back there? Yeah, grab it. Let's put the hardware on camera. Let's see it.
Yeah.
Should be proud of that one for sure.
We're very proud and amazing award. We're so happy. Everyone.
Oh, look at that. That's cool. Very cool. All right. And then one other, or a couple other things that I just wanted to touch on here. I noticed that you guys had over there a display, a 2-channel environment with McIntosh and Sonos Faber. And I know that is not easy to do. That is not an easy line to pick up. And you guys got the line. How did you make that happen? And I guess, what are you able to share with our audience here in terms of what that means to you guys?
A privilege to begin with.
They said no. Then they said no. And I'm not kidding. I'm not trying to be funny. It's like they said no like 4 times.
Yeah.
And then
it wasn't the right time.
It wasn't the right time. Then we invited them to the showroom, and then they started taking pictures, and they said, "Well, maybe."
So the showroom helped open the door.
Yeah, for sure.
And we've it's one thing talking about having in a line, and it's one thing actually having clients who could use the product. So as soon as we got the line, we already had clients line up for this product because it just sells for itself. Yeah,
it's interesting as doing marketing for integrators. That brand, the McIntosh brand, is really a powerful brand name in terms of internet search.
Yeah.
Right. So the consumers over the years that have fallen in love with that brand, they will seek it out.
Yeah.
If they're in a new city or they've moved, they're going to seek out the resellers that are representing that brand locally. And it's great and powerful for lead generation. I've seen that for many of our customers. Yeah. How many people in the Boston market represent that brand?
We are the closest dealer to the Boston area that I know of. Okay. There's only 2 dealers within 30-mile radius, which is us and another
Wow,
dealer.
That's amazing. Well, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
We were told that we are one of the youngest dealers in the whole United States for McIntosh
Yeah.
by a few years.
Well, again, I'm imagining you're running a great, growing, successful, profitable business, and you've been further invested in the vision of having a beautiful place for the design community and your customers to come. I mean, that's a big investment on your part, and it sounds like McIntosh is then further investing in you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
For
that's amazing. All right, a couple of things here to wrap up, and that is, I am going to share your website just for those that might want to check that out. Let me see if I can get my technology to behave. So I'm going to put that on the screen. So there is the website for SDI. Their domain is sdiboston.com. But how else would people, or would you recommend people reach out to you guys in order
That's
to get in touch?
a great looking website. I wonder who did it.
I don't know, man. I'd give them a call, Bill.
It's one firefly.
It's one firefly.
Well, I appreciate that. You guys are a
That
fun.
was
So
that
we
was
have
the two things that you requested, Alexa, before you took over the company. You said, one, we need an office, and two, we need to do a One Firefly website.
yes,
I do
yes, that
remember
was the website has been incredible. I've had a lot of clients tell us like really good positive feedback about our website. So we have the website, and then we also have Instagram, which we're really big on, and we're sdiboston.com. I mean, it's just SDI Boston on Insta.
Yeah. We do a lot of Instagram. It helps us out.
There's our team over there. Can you pull them up?
These guys?
Yeah.
There it is. We're gonna make them Insta famous.
Yes.
So
And
actually, if you don't mind, I just did a webinar a couple of days ago. What is it? Today's Tuesday, so maybe I did it end of last week with Azione around social media strategies. And you guys are clearly on the ball. And just to make this clear, I'm not doing this for you guys. You're managing this yourself. This is your initiative, and you guys are doing an amazing job.
Thank you.
How do you view Instagram as a channel to grow your brand? Just how are you thinking about that? And then how are you getting it done?
So, Instagram, I feel like a lot more people are on Instagram nowadays than Facebook. Instagram is not just, putting anything on there daily. We really put thought behind each post, who's the audience and message we're trying to relate to people. And just sharing, like you see, our words, our experiences. And there's so much to share. I feel like we only share like 30% on Instagram than what actually happens in the company. But we do our best to share, to keep everyone informed on where we go, what we do, and the kind of amazing projects we work on.
Tell me about Alexa. Tell me about your hashtag strategy. So I see it looks like you're pretty effectively putting hashtags
Yes.
into your post. How do you guys think about that, and what hashtags to use?
There's the hashtags usually like I come up with them myself, and then I also do a lot of marketing webinars hosted by our vendors, and they also recommend very popular hashtags to use. So I kind of implement them as well. And we have a good following. I have to say, it's also a lot about our followers sharing our profiles with others, and that's how we're successful too. Let's say someone in the industry will hashtag us or will tag us to another builder, and then that builder will start working with us. So, we recently acquired an amazing builder on Instagram because someone was able to share our profile with them. So Instagram is very powerful, and it's working together. You share others will share you. It's a community helping each other.
Ron, to tell you a little bit more about that, Instagram for us, we want to show raw. You know what I mean? We want to show that we're doing regular homes. We're also doing big homes. That the littlest thing that calls our attention, we want to show it. And all these little things that we do like this, um, customers like, because we gotten a lot of feedback from that. If you just we just like to show us, the guys, we like to show where we are, the job sites where we are. We're big into showing our vendors, the kind of brands that we're doing and things like that. And I don't have nothing to do with Instagram. That's just all Alexa.
No, I think that authenticity is really the magical ingredient, and just being raw and real and authentic.
Yeah.
I think
you
your
have to put your
customers,
passion into it.
Yeah.
No one can teach you how to do it. You just have to have a passion behind each post and why you're posting that post. And it has to look good, and it has to, you.
I would add, what you're doing very effectively is you're using minimal use of stock photography.
Yeah.
I think I only saw one stock image, and these are all you guys, your projects, your life, and your fans, your customers, and those that love and support your business. I mean, they want that regular pulse of an update from your business. And it would not necessarily be accomplished if you were posting a bunch of fake stock images.
That's true.
It's not so sincere. So I think you guys are doing a great job of that.
Thank you.
Which is very cool. So I'm gonna pull that off. I want to close with this, guys. A lot of our audience are integrators around the world, and they are they're hungry for input from those that have figured some things out. And I think if you look at our collective knowledge, if we all contribute and try to help each other out, there's just a tremendous amount of good ideas to implement in business to help your business grow. So, Alexa, maybe I'll ask you for one, and Angel, I'll ask you for one. Like, what's a recommendation for other integrators that are listening that might benefit from doing something a little bit better, a little bit differently in your mind?
So one of my things will be to say, never be afraid of another integrator. Be friends with other integrators. Don't think of them as competition. There's a lot to learn from and to get inspired. And pick someone and be inspired by them. Like, follow their footsteps, see what they're doing. Of course, do it in your own way, but make sure you get inspired and just continue on with that, and just network with integrators and continue being friends with them.
Yeah, awesome. Love it. Angel?
Biggest thing for me is, advice that I can give anybody in this business is, definitely, be passionate, about this industry. Be passionate, be open-minded to new opportunities. Like, I'm just gonna say something like landscape audio. Be open-minded to that next level of greatness, and be open-minded to different opportunities. If paper advertisement is not working, and Instagram is not working for you, call businesses, go to networking events. That sort of thing is what keeps me and Alexa, passionate about this industry. Just, we want to get the next client, we want to get the next builder, and that's my advice. Just stay passionate about this industry, and
do good work,
and you'll do fine.
Yeah, well, I think the passion is infectious for sure.
Yeah.
And your friends and family and customers and people in your orbit are going to see that passion, and they're going to be drawn to it. And
For sure.
and you guys are clearly a perfect demonstration of that. I'm happy for you guys and your success, and yet I know this is still only the beginning. So I want to thank you guys for taking some time to be on episode 101 of Automation Unplugged.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ron. We appreciate it.
We had a blast.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right, folks, there you have it. Episode 101 of Automation Unplugged. And I hope you enjoyed the chat with Alexa and Angel. Certainly want to check them out. We'll drop their website URL down in the show notes. on the website. We'll also drop it down in the comments on our site. If you are watching us live on Facebook or you're watching the recording, I'm just going to put on the screen. Don't forget, Automation Unplugged is now available as a podcast. So go to your favorite podcast software and just search in Automation Unplugged, and you will you'll find the show, and you can subscribe, and ultimately you'll get the feed of all the new shows. We're approximately getting those loaded about every week or so after we go live with a new show. And on that note, I am again happy you spent some time with us today. And looks like I've got a graphic on the screen. I don't know where the word image is there, but regardless, I will figure that out. And next time, maybe that won't be there. But I'll see you for episode 102 next week. Thanks, everybody.